Over the last 16 years since we've been in business, the number one question I get all the time is, why should I hire you guys? Because really, at the end of the day, when you look at the magazines, when you go tour houses, when you go see timber frames all over the country, they look very similar. The differences between one style and another style from a company to a company, the craftsmen that build them every day, we notice the differences, but typically you, the consumer, don't notice the difference. They all look great. So how do you hire? How do you choose between this guy and that guy? How do you choose between this region and that region? Over the years, I've come up with an idea. Price is certainly one of them. You certainly got to pay attention to price. Services are important. Do you want somebody to take that from the foundation all the way through handing you the keys? There are a few timber frame companies that do that. Most timber frame companies, they take care of the frame and they take care of the panels. Those are the two odd parts of building a timber frame home. You know, my philosophy is really, you don't hire the plumber to put shingles on your house. You don't hire the roofer to fix your plumbing. You hire the people that specialize in those things. Timber framing is no different. Hire the timber framer to do the timber frame. Hire the panel guys to do the panels. That's my thought process. Now, so how do you choose once you kind of narrow it down to that? And really it comes down to this. When you meet that person, whether it be at a trade show, whether it be at a home tour, or wherever it may be, do you want to invite them to dinner? Do you want to have dinner with them? Do you want to get to know them? Are they an interesting personality to you, or did they rub you wrong? Because if they rubbed you wrong in the first 10 minutes, in 6 months, you're going to hate that guy. So here at Clydesdale Frames, what we try to do, what we above all else, is just be who we are. Some clients are really going to mess with us, and they're really going to like what we're about. We're plain, we're solid, we're blue collar, we get up every day and we get after it, and our motivation is to build the best frame that we can build. We don't have any bells and whistles. We don't try to do anything more than what we can do. When we make a promise, that's the promise that we keep. Now, we certainly do get involved with the panels. We certainly do get involved with designing the entire house. So all of that brain work, all of that thought process, all of the designing, we try to keep in-house because we know how a timber frame house is going to go together better than most anybody else that's outside of the industry. It just makes sense to keep all of those thoughts in the same place. Other than that, the guys who cut the frames are the guys who raise the frames. So this shop that you see behind me is completely empty when we're on the road somewhere putting up a timber frame. That way, we put our love in here, we put our love in there. That way the whole frame comes together and it is what we designed, it is what you hope for. So at the end of the day, how do you choose? Choose who you like. Choose who you like. Look at the websites, do your shopping, get the pamphlets and all that, but then you really need the chance, whether it be over the phone or whether it be in person, get a chance to interview the person, because that person is putting themselves into the frame that you're going to live in for a long time. That's my advice.